the B stream. Gamerlegion and Ence, both of them currently 1-0. And we are looking now to see who is going to go 2-0 and maybe take top spot in that group. As right now, it is Gamerlegion starting out on the CT side. Ence look to explore their options up towards A. And Shui is in a position to be an early warning sign. Needs to be careful because Dia is up so close and he will catch him off guard by surprise. Takes him down in the back.
Yeah, they still have the B stack going on, Gamerlegion, so they need to make a move on. Ence already deploying the smokes. They're going to be able to walk into the bomb site and get the bomb down. That's going to be a really tough retake. Even though you still have the HE and Nima, that's going to do a lot of damage. It's a 4 versus 5, and even though you have the defuse kit, there's no further utility to support it.
Bombs down and everybody's off the site, so Gamerlegion are going to have to try and find out these players on the retake, but it's going to be very, very difficult to do so. Flashes are going to go in, and the T's thinking about going for a peek. They are going to try and fight just a little bit, and they will come out on top in the majority of them. But Isaac and Kios are still trying to do the damage and commit to this retake, but it's looking very, very out of the question now, as Kios is going to be overwhelmed and taken down by Valde. He gets 2 in that round, deal with 2 as well, as Ence do get 1.
Yeah, you could see that they were expecting the B play. This is maybe some preparations being brought in from Gamerlegion. The 3-man stack towards B would have worked out perfectly if Ence really had intentions to play towards that second letter of the alphabet bomb side, but, well, it doesn't really work out. Valde with a double, DK the same. And it's Ence to pick up the pistol round. Eco coming in for Gamerlegion. Unfortunately for them, they were pretty locked out of the previous round and didn't really manage to do a lot of damage either. So, yeah, maybe just going for the full Eco and being able to bring up the guns in the next one is going to be the best option. Valde already holding for it, though.
Valde able to find 3 on the spray, but Emma will be able to trade him back eventually with that USP, but it's only going to be 1 kill coming out in that one, as now Ence do claim their second, but Gamerlegion, they've got the buyback here. First gun round of Vertigo coming up, but it's not going to see an AWP just yet in the hands of Acor, but it is a little bit of a bonus round for the Ence boys as well.
Yeah, 5 M4s across the board. A lot of utility as well. Not a single Molotov, though, for the CT side. That's interesting. Ence can actually try and be a little bit quicker about it. Ramp control established for the CT side. Just 1 MAC-10 on the other side. That's going to be Madden. Gonna get accustomed to that. Madden being alone towards ramp. Just holding on early on. Waiting to see if his teammates find any further openers. And if they don't, well, a lot of the times they would just fall back and play towards A. Just a bit of a default. Maybe expecting some kind of CT side aggression. Nothing like that happening, though. Gamerlegion are just playing the slow game, and Emma doesn't really spot anything towards the downside of the ramp. Ence hoping to make Gamerlegion use all their utility early on, but it looks like it's going to be the B hit in the end of the day.
Just waiting for this smoke to clear, right? You can't really warrant to go through it, so they are just waiting. Isaac is still alone here.
Oh,
pops the flash behind him. Not what was meant about that one. Still manages to do a little bit of damage and able to find a kill. Now swings with the flash of his teammate. Spots out another player making his way up, but he's now going to let Kios take point. Acor finds 1 before he is going to be dropped by Valde, and it's down to just 2 on the side of Ence. And well, as they try and make their way up towards B, they will be stopped, Kios and Isaac, with the last 2 as Gamerlegion get on the board with that first gun round. It was a little bit of a bonus round for a few of the Ence players, but it still doesn't mean that Ence have a particularly decent buy in the next one. You see some Pious on a Galil, Snappy only on a Tech 9. So it's not perfect for the Ence boys, but they still can make this one work.
Yeah, it was pretty awkward for them as well, right? They were trying to bait out the utility, and they did manage to do so, but then in the end of the day, they didn't really have the utility to mount up a decent execute themselves. So just the smokes, but no flashes and Molotovs. Gamerlegion did manage to win those fights and punish them for it. But now they've switched up the approach a little bit, going back towards ramp. Emma gonna be pushed back for now, and Madden's been able to find the opening.
Oh, but it's a complete shutdown so far for the CTs. As the Ts make their way up, they are just absolutely torn apart. And Diha now has 2 low HP players to find on the other side. Isaac is the only one that is looking healthy at all. There's one of the low HP players taken down, and now they know exactly where the final player from Ence is. He's making a lot of noise. Absolutely no secrets from Diha as he tries to get a little bit fortunate with the spam, but Gamerlegion are both doubled up in towards CT. The bomb dropped on default, and there is a HE on Isaac as well that he can just line up and dunk on top of Diha, but Diha's going to go searching for a kill, and this is something that Gamerlegion need to be a little bit cautious about. Smoke goes down. Bomb is going to try and be planted. HE. Oh, Isaac actually missed the timing of it a little bit, but Acre will not miss a beat, and he will not miss a chance to pick up a kill and another round for Gamerlegion. We're tied up at 2-2. There's 2 remain and 2 survive for Gamerlegion there.
Yeah, it actually worked out quite decent, right? Because as soon as he tries to get out of the bomb site and go for a peek, the HE just lands on top of him and slows him down and tags him down for Acre to finish. It was a good play there for Gamerlegion. A second round in a row where Ence just trying to contact their way up, right? As soon as they get the opening kill towards ramp, you'd see a lot of teams just slow things down and try and gather up for an execute, use all their nades, or just fall back and play the default. They just try to run onto the bomb site, maybe catch Gamerlegion off guard. But again, the multi-kills have been really good, and you can't really highlight a single player. I mean, everyone on the side of Gamerlegion is on either 2 or 3 kills.
Everybody doing what is asked of them so far.
Yeah, it's been team effort, which is good to see, especially after, you know, Acor's, oh, how can we call it? Superhero performance on Mirage.
Yeah.
I guess is the nice way to put it. They would have been lost without him. But now it's everybody delivering.
Well, Acor delivers 2 kills with that MP9. It's definitely where you want to find them, right? The Opper farming up the cash, so Elisa has that to fall back on. Gun round coming in here from Ence here after that little bit of an eco. While Acor has decided not to go for the upgrade just yet, so the bonus from him, maybe trying to get up close and personal with that SMG. Still tear the T's apart, which is something that they need to be very cautious of. But it is a little bit more of a passive stance from Ence. You can see Acor trying to get down very close to the A ramp. Doesn't see too much. There's smokes littering it, so it needs to be a little bit cautious about it. Molly goes in as Ence try and catch maybe the B player by surprise. A little bit of a pop coming in. Dia is going to be stopped for the moment by the flashes and stopped by Shuey with a massive headshot. Isaac is rotated in. The support flashes are absolutely amazing from the CT side here as they shut down this B play with no problems at all, and everybody survives once again.
Yeah, that's so impressive from Shuey there. Being able to hold on your own after the first couple flashes coming in from Ence, getting the kill onto Diha. And we know that with those explosive plays, when you're trying to catch the CTs off guard, as soon as you lose the first fight, it becomes really tough to actually walk onto the bomb site, right? Because the idea of a play like that is that you're going to get the first kill and the CTs are going to be completely out of position and the rotations aren't going to be quick. But once Shuey gets that first win, well, anyone can rotate back towards that B bomb site and support him. That was a great hold from Gamerlegion. And then not only not being able to get rounds on the board, but they're not even able to get the damage done. Look at the money on Gamerlegion. They have so much.
Good opening pick to find here from Madden, though. At least gives Ence a chance. Shuey is hearing all the steps on the air ramp from the side. Maybe I don't stay in towards Sandwich or on the site. I'll fall back to the safety maybe of my teammates, but he's still looking for a kill here. Doesn't find all that much. Lots of utility on the side of the CTs as well, so they can nade out the bomb plant if they want. Dia gets tagged down. but is still alive for the moment. It's Isaac to find the first on this retake scenario as Diaz swings off the side, 2 HP. It's not a lot, but at least he is still in play. It's a 4v4 retake and the smokes will go down. And this is just pretty much locking Ence out of the site now, as they will have to try and spray through the smokes to find it. Don't realize where the bomb is planted just yet. The smoke actually doesn't cover the bomb at all, as Madden does find a second, looking for a little bit more. He is still yet to peek out. They need to try and tap the bomb, but Shuey is now left all alone and eventually gets overwhelmed. A misplay on the retake there from Gamerlegion. No idea where the bomb was.
Yeah, that was so awkward there. They were so discombobulated. I believe it was Shuey, the person that was actually looking for the bomb in the smoke on default, right? He was trying to find it in defuse. That's an interesting moment of miscommunication.
Yeah. Nah, it's, you know me in anime. Just, they don't really mix very well, so.
Yeah, I know. You're more of a Stranger Things kind of guy. It was just TV series and stuff, but yeah. Back into the server. Ence, after picking up the previous round, are going to be feeling quite happy about it. Gamerlegion, though, thankfully to them, they've been able to build up that economy in the first couple of rounds, so it's not going to be such a massive setback losing to that previous one from Ence. Still a little bit disappointing by, well, how it did happen. It was a pretty discombobulated one from the CTs, but at least you can just take that one up the chin like a champ, right? Be like, okay, we've lost that one round. We know why. It wasn't something that they did really well. It was rather just us being really confused there for a second. So if we can bounce back, then it's all Gucci. You still have the lead. Problem is, well, not a problem, but a really good thing for Ence is that the money is really good for them after this previous round. Now we're getting back into the slow game kills. Things about going for a peek. Isaac doesn't realize there's a player below him. Doesn't really make a difference, though. They still pick up the double.
Absolutely. Shut down that play. Oh, but it's a beautiful peek there from Valde. Shuey make sure that Valde will not get past him low, as he has taken down his opper. Imma towards the top of the ramp. He's going to spot out Madden, and there's a lot of 1v1s going on now, ones that are necessary that Ence had to try and take to get back into a round like this, but eventually Sampaio has to concede defeat and just has to hang on to the AWP, as it will be a 5th now for Gamerlegion, and we will see what kind of shape the money is going to be in for the Ence side. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, they'll have...
Yeah, the previous one boosted it quite enough.
Yeah, they can have somebody drop over something to Valde, you know, bringing in Sampaio, you know, as I said earlier on today, coming into this team, you know, it's a new language for him. Well, you know, it's a new team environment where you're not speaking your native tongue anymore, so it will take a little bit more time to kind of settle into a roster like this, but I think once he does, they could be very, very dangerous. And, well, we are seeing it in flashes and glimpses right now. It's just waiting for it all to kind of click. Isn't that the magic formula that everybody is after? Oh, nearly a magic click and a magic flick there from Acor. Off the mark. Unable to take down Sampaio. He burns a lot on the retreat there, as the trades do go back and forth, and Sampaio will get the better of Acor that time.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of that, right? Acor just going for the ramp peak, but not only going for the initial one, but re-peek, and if he doesn't get the early opening, he is an opener that, especially on the CT side of Vertigo, loves to get his team into a man advantage situation. This time around, Ence are not really going to give him that comfort. They still managed to keep it honest, a 3 versus 3, but they already have Shuey and kills towards the A-bomb side Gamerlegion.
Oh, and Chaos and Shuey, they will shut that down completely, and it is onto Sampaio, so 1 versus 3 maybe. It's down into a 1 versus 2 as Diaz Molly actually will burn Chaos to a crisp, and Sampaio silently makes his way down the ramp. Doesn't want to give this away at all. And Shuey taking a little bit of a risk here, pushing on through, but it's a necessary risk right now because Sampaio, he's all the way over towards B, and he's going to get this bomb plant down and get into a pretty strong post plant position now as well. You also see Isaac not making noise on the rotation either. Eventually he will have to move, but they might want to wait out and play this one together. Lots of utility. Smoke, flash, HE, and Sampaio right now preoccupied with holding his flank.
Yeah, now he's going to realize that both CT's coming in from the same direction. Needs to try and land the first shot and then find cover.
Oh, first shot goes astray. Bomb is going to be tapped. Sampaio, massive no scope, looking for maybe a little bit more. Doesn't realize that Isaac is off it. Now he does, but it's too little too late. Isaac will take him down. It's a 6th round now on the board for Gamerlegion, and they extend their lead to 3. They'll even save an off now as well. Oh, decides against it, as Isaac wants to play with the AK.
Yeah, there's the replay once again. Dika finding that refrag onto him. It was really important that they were able to still keep them honest there on the T side, but again, the rotation was good enough, and even though Sampaio does manage to find that cheeky, nice no-scope there. It was always going to be a tough fight. Wasn't quite ready for the second player to push him from the same direction and try and walk him down. Still nice damage from the T side, and now they're going to switch it up a little bit. That's something that we haven't seen from them yet. Take advantage of middle.
They made their way out. They will look for a fight for maybe a CT player. It's going to be Acor to find that opening kill. HE does go down. Keels now with his sights set on that heaven position. On the fadeaway, he is going to manage to find the bomb, as Acor will find one more. Eventually, the Opera Gamerlegion is going to be taken down, but it might just be too far gone for Ence to recover it. A 2v4 situation that they have to be very fortunate and really have to hope the Gamerlegion make a few mistakes in this round to get back into it, especially with Valde on 16 HP.
Yeah, it's the newest blood in the round for Ence, but once again, it was a complete shutdown, and there was a moment of miscommunication as well for Ence. I don't know if you noticed, but they actually double smoked the right side of connector there towards middle. It's been a little bit of a scrappy T side, and Gamerlegion's reactions and protocols have been really good. Counter utility as well, and from that point on, you gotta feel like it's just about the maximum damage for those two. Try and take down as many guns as possible.
The head spotted. Now they know where the second player is, and once again, even when they have, you know, a 2-man, 3-man advantage, you can see Gamerlegion, they're not taking any chances. They're lobbing every piece of utility, especially those flashbangs over towards B. Just flash it off the T's, making sure that they're getting no chance, and making sure they keep their money high as well, as 4 do survive for Gamerlegion once again. We are going into another timeout, but this time it is not technical, it is tactical from the Ence side, as they will have a little bit of a discussion now about maybe what's gone wrong in this first half before it gets too far out of hand.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slower start, right? I mean, Snappy is still 1-8. Sunpass is on only 4 kills. Valde is the only one that's been kind of able to hold on his own. On the other side, Isaac's been onto a lovely start. He's on 12-3. And that's your B anchor as well. A person that surprisingly actually was amongst, you know, one of the best players for Gamerlegion of the major. At least statistically, he was lined up with Emma with 1 rating. Everyone else was below that. But Isaac had his really good moments. A player that's normally, you know, back in the days when, you know, he was still part of the old iteration, we would just praise him about being really smart. That's a cool Molotov. And, oh, okay, Madden. He's picked up the first one. AK upgraded. They found another one. The fast play towards middle actually works out great. They're going to get a bomb plan out of this one, at least.
Molly goes in onto the side here. You can see Dia burning a little bit. Madden will find another kill before he is dealt with by Shui. Needed to find it. And now Gamerlegion need to be a little bit cautious about this. Look at Sampaios' position. He's moved very close to Shui and he has absolutely no idea. It's down to just Acor. He's going to walk on through and Sampaios will rip his head clean off. Madden with a triple entry pretty much there for Ence. Gives them their 4th round. And they go for the exact same call. The exact same call, this time with a little bit more conviction, and this time it works.
Yeah, and it was far better as well because they had that early presence towards ramp, right? You had the fake Molotov, you had some steps being faded out by Shu, and it opens up such a massive gap towards middle. And as you said, they were a lot more decisive this time around. They just went for it, just sent it over towards the B-bomb side. And as soon as you make your way into the bomb side and you were able to upgrade yourselves onto rifles, it was such a tough round for Gamerlegion to bounce back to. Great stuff. Coming in from the Ence boys, and Acor, he's in an awkward spot now. Oh. And once again, it's Valde towards middle. Isaac shuts him down though, and Shui's gonna pick up another.
Yeah, but eventually Acor gets taken down. Isaac now from this elbow position only comes away with 1 kill. Deal with the refrag is going to be enough to get Ence up onto this B site, surely. Emma has util for the retake as Shuey tries to spot Dia on the cross, and they were thinking that maybe an opera might be there, but as they jump across, he loses his life. Sampaius. Beautiful headshot onto Shuey and gets it into a 1v1, and once again, Sampaius goes for the silent reposition. He'll go over towards A, where Emma isn't currently waiting for him. He still thinks it's B, still waiting for the opera maybe to walk on him as well. Sampaius, he can pretty much go anywhere with this post plan.
Yeah, Emma's just now going to realize it, and it's too risky for him to move, right? Because he could get taken down off guard, so he needs to kind of wait and let Sampaius get himself onto a bomb site and get a bomb plan out of this one. And Sampaius, he's just going to be holding the line here. Surely he doesn't move.
And he needs to be careful, and well, absolutely no idea that Sampaius was going to be that aggressive in a 1v1. Takes him down, and Ence, that tactical pause looked like it worked out because they've won their last 2 in a row, and possibly a third now with little to nothing standing in their way. There's not going to be a lot invested in this round for the next.
Yeah, and so many close rounds as well. That was a great shot from Shuey there. Just trying to cross safely towards the back of the side, but the IGO gets the kill. Money now completely reset for Gamerlegion. They have just a couple pistols, an MP9, and Shuey's got the only M4 in the round.
These are the rounds, though, that Gamerlegion are quite dangerous on, though. We've seen them on Mirage, especially against Havu. There was 2 of these rounds that Gamerlegion managed to come away with everything and more. They'll be hoping for more of the same now, as they will push through middle. They're going to clear all of that, but Acor going down very early on through the wall is not going to help things whatsoever. Kios still on the flank here, and this is just a bait right now. They probably won't be expecting Shuey, as he is a little bit delayed with this one, but there's a massive headshot for Kios to find. Now he can make his way up, continue to go, and continue to take more fights.
Yeah, that's just the bonus package there. Kills was never supposed to get that kill, but he still does, and Shuey now can activate with the M4. He's going to pick up a double, and it's just Sampaius in the clutch once again, alongside Snappy, but they managed to find a triple kill in unison as they get this round on the board. Pretty chaotic there for Ence, but they were still able to hold on. Even though you had the... I actually like the idea from Gamerlegion, to be fair. You know, you had the pinch coming in. 2 players from below ramp. 2 players pushing in towards gap in the meantime, but Snappy getting that double kill, and Sampaius able to get the refrag onto Shuey as well. Seals the deal. Ence have actually recovered quite nicely into that first half, right? Now you're playing against the Eco, and, well, yeah, there is a couple of upgraded pistols, but this should be a pretty straightforward round.
That shouldn't be an issue whatsoever, unless the Eagles can do a little bit of damage. Shuey, oh, he has managed to find 1 and nearly a second. Acor, is he going to be overlooked here as he actually creeps his way in? Does Madden see him? Yes, he does. Can't shoot through the grate, and Acor will find the headshot. He has flashed through the smoke. He is just going to go. Player close by. He's found the headshot. It's panic on the A bomb site, and that might just help out Gamerlegion a little bit more. But Sampaius had to swap over to the Tech 9 to get that kill done, as now Gamerlegion are going to reposition completely. They're going to both go now on a double flank. This is an interesting call from Gamerlegion.
Yeah, I mean, Ence would have to be extremely slow in order for this one to work out, but so far they've been taking their time. And surely Sampaius is just going to turn around and look towards ramp any moment now.
Surely you're not expecting it. You're not expecting the second one anyway. Now you definitely are, but it's all left to Valdit, who is just going to be tucked in towards Ivy. He is going to be trying to lock off this bomb right now. Might peek as a tap, but is waiting, jiggling out, knows who he is. There is an op on the other side, needs to be careful. Bomb's going to be tapped once again. This time it has to be stuck by Kios. Valde biding his time, swinging out. The shot is hit. Isaac takes him down, and that is another round for Gamerlegion. They might just have it, and they do. 8-6. Gamerlegion secure that first half win, and what a call there for Gamerlegion to go for that big flank in the 2v2.
Yeah, that was crazy, and Sampaius, the timing for him was absolutely awful, right? He jumps the second time, he's just dead. Both of them landed the shots while he was mid-air, and Valde, even though he tries to play it really smart there, and he knows that he needs to get the perfect timing and one kill is going to be enough when they don't have a bomb plant. It was just the AWP holding the line. There was that factor of, you know, the possibility of Valde being aggressive towards CT spawn, but then they realized, okay, the bomb plant isn't for him. Even if he is there, he would have peeked by now. They read the positioning quite well, and Gamerlegion, at least they managed to guarantee themselves the victory in the end of that first half. A half that could have been way more dominant for them. But 8 rounds is still going to be better, and they could potentially get 9. I mean, the buy round for Ence is kind of ideal. Madden's going to be the only one on a Galil. Everybody else on AKs. Utility is looking good as well. Snappy, still struggling a little bit, Mr. Marco, but, you know, he is a guy that doesn't really get too phased by it.
Well, a massive entry to find there. Acor tries to go through that smoke. Does get punished. As now Shuey goes for the flash, maybe for Emma to peek on out, but it's Shuey that swings wide off his own flash, and he is going to be punished for it. The damage done to Sampius and Snappy though. Emma trying to look for a refrag, but it's not going to happen just yet, and he has to play a little bit safer because this round might completely just fall away from Gamerlegion as Emma walks on through, still looking for the fights to try and take, and hence they're not giving them any at all.
No. They're just playing it really, really cautiously right now. They realize that they have 2 members that are extremely low on HP as well, right? You don't want to be giving away kills for free to DM4s, especially when they're spamming through the smokes. And Emma's actually going to be able to find one there onto Senpai's. A bit unfortunate, but the bomb's already down. The re-smoke is going to make the retake even slower than it already is. But there's a lot of utility for Gamerlegion going into this one.
It's the nasty surprise of Madden, really, though, that I'm a little bit concerned about for Gamerlegion. They need to clear him out of this corner, and he could find everything and more here. As now, Emma, he's just going to tap the bomb. Madden is going to strike, gets only 1 kill. Refrags him. Emma's waiting for the swing to come in, but it's not going to happen. Dia manages to take down his own teammate there, thinking he's still on the bomb, but eventually Dia will just kill absolutely everybody. Doesn't really matter all that much if you take down your teammate, if you win the final round of the half. That is an 8-7 score line. It's a slender advantage, but it is an advantage for Gamerlegion.
Each other, and apparently that's the case actually. The pistol round's going to start off an 8-7, the closest half that we've had so far here on the base stream. And Ence now on the defense will try and turn things over. Gamerlegion T side, a lot of investment in utility, by the way. They have the smoke, double flash, double HE combo for Shuey and Acor. Not a lot on the CT side. No defuse kit. Which means that if it goes to a bomb plant, well, Ence will have the timer as their biggest enemy. And Snappy, he's going to spot all the bodies.
Oh, but look at this. They're all going to swing in through past that smoke. Well, they're going to be ripped apart by the Julies as Snappy will find the final 2. And it is the Yeehaws as Ence will proclaim Yeehaw. They take both pistols on Vertigo and not given a chance really at all. That is one way to start the retake before they even get up onto the site. Big risk taken, but big reward. And it just goes to show what you were talking about in the pregame. Ence are just very, very prolific on those pistols.
That was such a wild call as well from Snappy. I'm sorry, but you just get smoked off. You realize they're not on the side yet. You're like, okay, we're just going to send it. Everybody just run through that. We're not letting them get a bomb plant. And that's exactly what we spoke about in the beginning of the round as well, right? In those scenarios when you don't really have the defuse kit coming up for you, ideally you'd want to stop the Ds before they even make their way onto the bomb side. And Sunpass is just having fun right now alongside his teammates, just jumping around up top and up down the ladder, farming the cash, making sure he's got enough money for the big green in the next round. Madden then to support him with a couple kills as well. But it's a clean anti-eco win for Ence. First buy round coming in for Gamerlegion. AWP straight away.
Yeah, he's
for the Iberian sniper.
He's got the spawn, doesn't he? So
yeah, just go and peek round. There's no AWP for Acor, you know that.
He's got the spawn here. Let's see. Acor was unable to get the kill. Oh, and Sampius is exactly the same, and Emma nearly takes him down. Sapias needed to be very, very quick to get out of harm's way there. It's a lot of damage done to the Opera though, which is a little bit of a problem. Speaking about damage to Hoppers, Acor with a rifle in his hand this time with an AK. Big chunk taken away from his health bar with that HE. As Ence do kind of settled around a little bit. Gamerlegion decide not to go too aggressive. But Chewy, he is going to be the first casualty now. Snappy unable to get a second. Imma with that refrag, an important one. But Valde very, very close by. He could be waiting for a flash to go in here, but he is just waiting for the initial peek from one first player to fly a little bit too close to him.
Oh, he hears the nades. He wants to go for a peek. You can see in him. He's going to hear the flash. No, actually doesn't. Still, Sapias manages to get the kill, but Valde's going to get overwhelmed. It doesn't really matter. Sapias through the smoke is going to pick up a quick double, saving the man advantage as they try and make their way onto the bomb site. There's another massive HE from the CTs.
Kia is trying to get off, but he won't be able to get away from that bomb site. Not at all. And it's down to just him at 10 HP. Dia around the site. That is going to be enough. MP9 from long range. No problem if the player is only 10 HP. And it is going to be a 10th Ence round now, as their lead extended to 2. Gamerlegion just have enough money to go for a buy if they want to. It is going to be lacking a little bit utility-wise. So, might think about the half buy here.
Yeah, you gotta make an important decision, and half buy would be a lot better, right? You know that Ence have the momentum right now, and they've won every single round since the start of this half, so you don't really want to let them reset your economy once again with a risky buy. You don't really need it as well. It's not like Ence are up to 13 or 14 and you want to keep them off that 15 or 16 mark. You can afford to let them get another one. And it's still an alright half buy. You still have the hero rifle with kills that's trying to win a lot of space there towards the ramp. But now he's been spotted.
Now, the swing will come in from the pistols, but the CTs try and get aggressive, and the CTs right now, they're winning every single fight. Valde will find the double. Sapias is waiting for his teammates to rotate in to offer him some kind of support, and Madden will do exactly that. Sapias spotted out Kios with a big headshot, but absolutely no more, as Diha will take him down. The op is going to be recovered and saved, as a lot of damage done from Gamerlegion there. It's good to do that damage to the CT economy, truth be told, but you need to start picking up the rounds as well. You know, damage is only going to get you so far. You need to win one of these, and what a perfect opportunity you have right now. Aiko with the AWP in his hands and plenty of utility, and AKs in the mix for Gamerlegion as well. But before then, a third tactical timeout from Ence, realizing, you know, this is the round for Gamerlegion to really bring it back after doing a lot of damage to the money. They know that this is such an important round.
Yeah, you want Saul to have his voice in the round like that. He realizes how important that one is, and we actually forgot to bring that one up in the Ence Saul or the Ence and Havu matchup. But Saul is actually an ex-Havu player. He is, again, one of the, I'd say, most experienced guys in Finland in terms of CS. You know, he's regarded as, you know, kind of like, I'm not sure if you can put it like a legend, but he's an old school guy that everyone has a lot of respect for. A big tactician. You want to make sure that a round like that doesn't flop, because even though you've been winning rounds since the start of this half, a lot of them have been fairly close and expensive. You know that your money is still at risk, and winning a round like that would just put you in for a nice drive.
The flash goes in. Valde comes away with one. Snappy gets the refrag. Oh, what a shot that is from Acor. You'll not get away with my mate's life. Not for free, anyway. As now, Madden, happy enough with the man advantage, retreats to the safety of the numbers. As Isaac and Acor need to go exploring here. Need to find somebody just showing a little bit too much to them, as they look to snatch away the chance of Ence picking up a 12th round here and now. But the smokes go down. Oh, Spam going through that smoke. Dia needs to be careful in return. A lot of damage done onto Isaac. Acor taking a little bit more now. Damage head down, trying to get off the site, and Isaac will provide some cover and fire, but not for long. As Sampaias once again finding a shot through the smoke. He doesn't need to see very much at all. The Ence hopper, he manages to find everything just with the positioning. And speaking of positioning, Acor's positioning catches Sampaias off guard. Is
he's
the bomb going to be stuck here? Yes, it is. Dia is still on it, and Acor absolutely no idea. It's a 12th round now for Ence, and Dia, he'll even get away with the AWP as well.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't make a difference because he's facing off against an AWP player, but he's low on HP, and he realizes that Acor's just picked up the first kill, and he might think that Dia is just going to tap the bomb and try and bait out the peak. And Acor being really afraid of re-peeking from the same angle, going for the reposition, and Ence, they get another one, but it's another tactical timeout. That's 4 out of 4 timeouts for Ence, 20 rounds into the game. And this one, the same as the previous one, is because there's a buy round coming in for Gamerlegion, and your money is in a really tough spot. You've been winning the rounds, but sometimes winning the round isn't enough. You need to make it work dominantly. Well, it is enough if you continue winning them. And sooner or later, and they know that, one clutch is going to go in favor of the T side, and this is when problems start to occur. Still, because of the maximum loss bonus in the bomb plan, the guns are going to go out for Gamerlegion. AWPs for ball Vopers. Both of them haven't really been too vocal so far. Well, Sampaias has been a little bit better, at least in terms of, delivery. Madden, once again, having a good game. But Sampaias, he's going to look for an opening towards middle. The T's, once again, establishing early ramp control has been a vital part of their T side, and Shui's thinking about going for the swing and actually gets an opening kill out of it.
Yeah, but Valde fights back with a double. And Gamerlegion, although they do manage to find the entries, it's very good positioning from Ence just to always nearly be there with a refrag, but this time it won't come in. Valde will overstep the mark just a little bit. Isaac just a little bit too far away for that util to have a lot of impact on his health. This Gamerlegion continue to try and have impact on this round as the smokes will go down. Ence love doing this. They love just extending these smokes out just to make it difficult for Gamerlegion on the site. Emma boosted over the top. It's a lovely pick to find. The spam goes on through, and Diha once again taking a lot of damage through that smoke, but he is still alive on 40 HP. He's waiting for Sampaias, but he's going to be waiting forever and a day for Sampaias to get there because he's saving, as Diha has to do exactly the same. Although Ence, they have been winning round after round, they haven't been the cleanest, and you can see their money isn't in the best spot either. So very important that they hold on to these two rifles. Gamerlegion, though, they pick up their first T round.
Yeah, that's a bit of an awkward gamble for Sampaias there, right, towards T-spawn. Because if they try to make the run towards B with, let's say, 20-25 seconds on the clock and he gets one kill, he's in a really tough position to get refrag. He probably wins them the round. But in a 3 versus 3, when you know that the T's are actually making a move towards the A-bomb side, holding that angle means that, okay, if they try to run back, you will probably win them the round. If they still commit A and your teammates are not able to hold their own in the 2 versus 3, though, you're pretty much useless in the round. So the AWP doesn't really get to participate all that much. Well, the bright side about it is the fact that he still got it in this round. Unfortunate news for Ence, though. He is one of only 3 rifles in the round. Valde going to be operating on an MP9. Snappy just with the upgraded pistol and the smoke. They still have an abundance of utility. Well, an abundance. They still have a decent amount and 2 defuse kits. So it's not looking too bad. And you can see how the T's are trying to just play the slow game, right? They want to bait out the utility. They know that Ence could be leaning to go for some kind of an aggressive play, especially in tough financial moments.
You can see though the CTs, they're very happy with playing what they have right now. Don't want to be overly aggressive. Don't want to stand and fight, and eventually the kills will just come to them as Dia does find a double through a smoke out towards middle. Some bias drops him, and this round is over. Gamerlegion do not have a way back into this one at all. Isaac and Acor, surely they're going to have to save. Valde gets taken down, but that's only an MP9 dropped. And Acor has to find a whole lot more with only 25 seconds left. Smokes all over this A bomb site once again. This is very, very difficult for Isaac to get anything at all. Does he just go for the plant? Does he just try and stick it? Well, that molly might just force him now away. Isaac with one and a second as well. They're back in the round somehow, some way. He knew that the Opera would be holding, and Sapias is going to hit that shot. Acor goes for the bomb. Sapias will take it right out of his hands and the round as well.
Wow, what a round from Sapias. 21-10. We spoke about him on the first map. It was Acor that single-handedly carried Gamerlegion through their first win against Havu, but now it's Sapias on the side of Ence to do the same. What a round. That shouldn't have been that close though, right? I mean, that was such a great round. I think Diha found himself a bit of a one-way towards middle. We didn't really catch that, but I feel like this was the case. Gets the double kill. Sapias picks up the first. It's a 5 versus 2. In Gamerlegion, we're still able to bring it that close, which is, you know, when you look at it, this is the silver lining for Gamerlegion. The fact that you've been able to do the damage, you've been able to keep a whole lot of these rounds quite close. But at some point, you got to start putting them on the board. At some point, you're going to look at a scoreboard. You're going to realize post-switch, you've won only 1 round out of 7. And that's not going to be enough, even if you do the damage. Even if the money of Ence is quite low, you need a round on the board, and you need it to be this one. Look at the money on both teams. They have nothing.
Yeah, real problems if both teams lose this one, and it started off very well for Ence indeed. Emma tried to get aggressive. There's nobody near him at all. He was so pushed up there. And Valde will push him back, and the mollies will rain on in. That's going to force a player out, and that Snappy will take his head off. Acor trades one back, at least to keep it competitive, but it's been anything but that so far. As now, once again, Gamerlegion, they find themselves with this man disadvantage. Sapias moves into position, looking to peer under this smoke, looking for some legs. And in return, he will try and spam the body, but Gamerlegion don't want anything to do with that smoke at all. They're going to make their way back and maybe explore B. Haven't seen them go to this bomb site an awful lot. They've been really favouring A. Yeah,
they've been trying only A. And surely, now, if you're Ence, you're going to try and think that they will hope for a change. They already have 2 defenders towards the B bomb site. Diha is going to get in such a good position. And Madden even has the flash for him. If Diha hears them here, if they don't contact their way up to a kill, there's going to be support flashes. But Madden's actually left him. He's moved all the way towards A. Diha's all alone here.
It's a big problem. Diha only with an MP9, but you know, they've been leaning so heavily towards that A site. They're not expecting to be. Diha swings wide, finds the kill. Bomb is going to be planted here. Acor is a million miles away.
He's alone.
They've heard him rotate. He's made noise about it. Isaac needs to find this kill. He is completely alone, and Sapias will take him down. They know the Opera is late. They know he's only rotating in, but Acor, he's going to try and hold the line. AWP in hand. Valde creeping on in, and Valde will take him down. Not usually the Opera for Ence, but Valde makes it work. 14-9, and Ence have themselves in a fantastic position to take this game.
Yeah, right shoulder peak advantage, but what a reaction still from Valde. I mean, that's not a player that you're used to seeing on the AWP, not even on the second AWP. But that was a great kill. And again, the fake works out actually so well. They still had that one player throwing grenades over towards the A-bomb side. But the fact that he manages to find one, and I think that was a full HP player as well with the MP9 on the retrieval, that was great from him. So much impact from him. First time that Gamerlegion actually try and attack that B-bomb side, and it all collapses in the end. At least they have the maximal loss bonus. At least they have all the bomb plants in the world, and they can continue rebuying. And, well, finally we're going to see a full round towards B. Diha going to get tested once again.
Yeah, and I mean, Sampaio, he's got a few flashes here, but uses one of them out towards middle. The mollies are going to rain over onto this B site. They are not going to be cleared out just yet. Eventually, he's going to have to extinguish one with the smoke. Sampaio with the first and the second. He drops the bomb. Dia eventually gets taken down, but Sampaio still here. He's standing tall, and he's got 3. Now, damage being done in return through the smoke, but it's not going to be enough. It warrants a bomb plan from Gamerlegion. Keeps Ence at bay just for the moment, but Shuey and Isaac, they need a whole lot more and plenty of utility on the CTs now as well.
Yeah, and they have the time as well. They can just wait it out. There's the smokes, there's the flashes. Shuey, he's pretty much trapped towards the back of default here. He can't really move.
He's waiting. He knows there might be a flash coming in. He's trying to keep his head down, but eventually he will spot it raining on over. As now, Shuey dodges it, finds the first, looking for the second, trying to isolate these fights, but eventually he gets overwhelmed. The same with Isaac. No chance. Ence get on the defuse, and that is going to be 15 on map point for the Ence boys. They're looking to go 2-0 here at the Elisa Masters Espoo, and they might have just done it there.
Yeah, that was a perfectly played retake as well, right? They gave enough time to the T's to see if they want to push, if they want to get uncomfortable, if they want to make a mistake. They didn't. Ence just lined up the nades. They go onto the bomb side. They just know that they need the first player. If they go down to get refragged, this is exactly what happens. And in the end of the day, it was just the double peek onto the last member of Gamerlegion. That's been a really devastating T side here for Shuey and his comrades. Haven't really been able to find their rhythm on the T side, and that was a really competitive first half as well, right? We were thinking that this could be the first overtime of the day and of the tournament, but take a look at that. Take a look at the blue line for Ence and all those tactical timeouts. Well, apparently they knew something. They were onto something. They knew that they just had to continue winning the rounds on the CT side, just build the momentum, and eventually they'll start looking so powerful. Sampaio is on 25 and 10. He is an absolute monster in Madden. He's been able to hold on to his really good performance from Nuke earlier today. And still, they've dropped only 1 round here in the second half. Gamerlegion needs 6 in a row. And even though they are going to be able to bring out the AKs, I mean, the majority of these rounds have been 8K rounds for them, right?
Yeah.
They've been getting so many bomb plants. There's 4 rounds that they've lost with a defusal. 4 retakes that have been successful so far for Ence in this second half. That's impressive.
You can see Ence just have an abundance of utility when it comes to the retakes, though, and that's what makes it so easy. They can just, you know, lock off parts of the bomb site, so they don't really have to worry about them initially. Well, initially in this round, Chaos will find that opening pick. It's out towards middle that Madden gives away his life pretty much for free. This might be Gamerlegion's best chance to get back into this game for now, but Snappy swings wide as the molly does go down. Look for a little bit more, but Acor will make sure that he gets no more. Finds that kill. Valde now realizing he doesn't really have too much support here. Might need to play this one a little bit safer, but still playing around this smoke. Decide to back away in now, and Gamerlegion are going to do exactly the same. They're going to make their way back towards B. Now, a little bit of a misclick, a misfire there. You can see Diha was making his way over towards that A site, but that shot has actually just kept him a little bit interested, a little bit intrigued on what might be happening over towards B and middle. As the mollies do come over, it's an execute onto B once again. Gamerlegion should get the bomb down without any real issue. That's a massive AG on top of Kios. Not going to change the dynamic of this round at all, though, as Ence, I mean, they're in a really good position to win the game. Why throw it away by committing to this retake at all?
Yeah, I guess it's safe to say that for the first time in a long time, you've just been outmaneuvered here by Gamerlegion, so you can let them have the round. Money is not really looking great. We spoke about that streak of rounds of Ence, but all of them being so close. You'd have to think that after winning so many rounds, they'd have better economy, but no. Constant losing members makes them have to save in a round like that. Not that even if they had the money, they would go for it. It's a 3 versus 4. You're pretty much locked out of the bomb site, and I believe they could just get stacked down through the smoke as well, which is going to make them consider the save even more. 15-10. First out of 6 achieved for Gamerlegion, but they need so many more. I guess the silver lining for them, if you could put it that way, is the fact that Ence are out of tactical timeouts. So from that point on, they can't really trust their coach. They can't really trust Sol to help them out, and that's been a vital part of this team's success so far in most of their games, to be fair. They are one of the teams that uses the most tactical timeouts, which is great. The coach is trying to be as vocal and as useful as possible.
Him looking towards the sandbag, still thinks that there is a player there, and that could cost him his life here. Oh, yes, it will, but not before he comes away with the opening kill of the round. Now into a 4v4, and oh, look at this from Snappy. He's going to continue to get aggressive here. Doesn't spot anyone out just yet, but he continues to walk. Oh, this is a lot of information. Might even get a kill because of it now as well. Smoke begins to clear. Snappy will then clear all of the A ramp, and he'll screen for the rotation over towards B, because that is where the hit might be coming in. Deha on the other side of the wood, but Chewy's going to spray him out. And down into a 3v3. Madden is still here on the site. Sampaio there to help, but they need to find these players.
Yeah, Madden gonna be able to drop the first one. That's the bump as well. Turns around for a second. Reload in, but the smoke provides cover. And it's just Chewy, a 1 versus 3. And Madden is gonna finish it off. A 16-10 from the man as Ence pick up their second victory here at the Elisa Masters Espoo.